May I have the envelope, please?
And the Oscar goes to...
The Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
The Apartment.
Godfather.
Titanic. Moonlight.
West Side Story.
Parasite.
There is no magic formula for creating good pictures.
I was a kid growing up in Mexico. I thought if this could never happen, it happened.
There was a time that I thought this movie was impossible.
It is a new world.
Everyone deserves not just to survive, but to live.
Thank you for watching.
Now let's go party till dawn.
Welcome, and this year I'm doing something I've never done before. We are going to break down what I think will win at the Oscars and what I wish would win at the Oscars. The Oscars are a place, well, they should be a place for celebrating film and especially the films of the last year. And I'm someone who loves film, so I'm really excited to talk about these movies, these actors, these filmmakers, everyone that's put in such hard work to bring us so many great movies from 2021. I have seen most of them. I've seen all of the Best Picture nominees except for Drive My Car, which I'm trying to find and watch before next Sunday. The Oscars are less than a week away. It's Oscars week. I'm doing some rewatches of stuff, but I just wanted to come here and do my quick what I think the nominees which nominees will win and which nominees I wish would win. So yeah, I just want to break down, have a chance to celebrate film. We're not going to get into any of the issues the Academy is facing, all of the stupid stuff they've been doing lately, like cutting 8 of the awards from the live broadcast. They're going to film them before and add them in. I think all of those people should be celebrated just as they have been in the past. I don't care how long the broadcast is. I'll watch it, but they're doing it, so who cares? They're also now, like recently, in a bit of hot water for not inviting Rachel Ziegler to the ceremony, the star of one of the Best Picture nominees, West Side Story. So that's a little weird. What else have they done? They've done a couple other things, and I don't want to get into it. I just want to celebrate the movies like we're supposed to with Oscars. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, I'm going to do kind of a weird order. We're starting with Best Original Song. Now, I've heard all of these. I am not someone who's a professional in all of these areas. I'm just doing what I think is the best pick. So what I think should win is No Time to Die. I really, really like that song from No Time to Die. Billie Eilish and Phineas, they wrote a great piece of music, and I especially loved how the film blended it into its score, how Hans Zimmer took that and ran with it to create an emotional language for the whole film. Another one I think could win is Dos Oruguitas from Encanto. I'm sorry, I struggle with the pronunciation for that, but it's a beautiful song, and I think it's one of Lin-Manuel Miranda's best works and one he's most proud of. So I think it could also really speak to Academy voters. But I think No Time to Die will take it, although I wouldn't be surprised if the Encanto one does. It's surprising that we don't talk about Bruno in there. Like, I know Disney didn't submit that, but based on its popularity, that could have won. I know this is a stronger song, but I'm going with No Time to Die for my prediction for that one. Now, Best Original Score. I'm going to say Dune. It should win. Dune's score is incredible. It's unlike anything I've ever heard. It packs a punch. It has so much rhythm to it. It's just the most unique thing I've ever heard. And so I think it will win. I have no doubt in my mind. There's been talk that Power of the Dog could win. I would be very mad. Encanto was good. I think Dune is the strongest by far. Sound. You're going to see a common theme here with me. I think Dune should win. The sound design in that packs such a punch. It was incredible. And so I think it will win as well. I think Dune's going to win a lot of these technical awards. Sound. No Time to Die also had great sound. West Side Story was awesome. So they could win. But I think the strongest is clearly Dune. Visual effects. It's going to be Dune again. I think it will and should win. It looked incredible. It was stunning. Like, everything looked just like it was done in camera. It just looked so natural, and it it was an awesome looking movie. Film editing, I wonder what it's gonna be. Dune. I watched a video with Joe Walker explaining how he edited Dune, and it's really cool to see like scenes from it just without the music, without sound, and how it almost every edit has some sort of rhythm to it with motion, and it's so cool how he broke continuity of editing for the power of the voice in it. There's just so many elements of it that just display such strong editing choices. Cinematography. What's it gonna be? Dune and Dune. Greg Fraser, holy God, this guy's incredible. I can't explain how much I loved the visuals for Dune. He also did the Batman most recently. Like, Nightmare Alley had great cinematography. Power of the Dog also had good cinematography. And all of these films had excellent visuals. Tragedy of Macbeth was strikingly dramatic and interesting. West Side Story would be my second, I think. But Dune was incredible. Holy, like, I still can't get over what we saw in Dune. Costume design. This is a tough one. I think it should be Dune. It could also be Cruella, because Cruella's a fashion designer. They had a lot of fashion on display in that movie. But I think it'll be Dune again. All these technical world-building awards are going to go to Dune. It was just stunning. I could see it being a surprise. They could have an upset, but I think majority Dune is a safe bet. House of Gucci for makeup and hairstyling. They really transformed some of those actors, especially Jared Leto. He was unrecognizable. It was pretty good. I don't know why I didn't add it in. Eyes of Tammy Faye, I just saw it yesterday. It also had great makeup. And Dune should also win, because that was some great makeup too. But I think Cruella might win. It's talk that she might win, that movie might win for it. I'm not a big makeup hairstylist person, so I don't know. I was just kind of going with the industry prediction there, but it could change. I could see Eyes of Tammy Faye. I don't know why I didn't include it, but I could see that taking it. Production design. What's it going to be? Dune. I think Dune should win. I think, yeah. Nightmare Alley. I did these a couple days ago, so I'm just kind of reviewing as we go. Nightmare Alley, I think its production design was stunning, and it was incredible, but Dune has that edge over it. Nightmare Alley's was so good. It was so intricate and detailed and created this beautiful 1950s atmosphere, but I think Dune takes it just for everything. Like, it was incredible. I can't say anything more than incredible. It made Arrakis feel real. Now we're going to get to some acting awards, and I have some fun little reels to share that the Academy put out, like they would do before the awards, because I think before we talk about actors, we need to kind of see the work. So,
Once I passed out alone with them, you were in Arizona.
Ponle fuego! Vamos!
Don't look back.
Is there a song that makes you shiver?
I know you know how hard it is raising a daughter.
So, there's a lot of strong competition there. Some great actresses delivered some great performances. Like, we have some big names there. But I think who's going to take it is very, very clear, to me at least. It's been taught, like, Power of the Dog has such strong acting all around. So I could see Kirsten Dunst taking it. But I think, personally, Ariana DeBose should win. She was awesome in West Side Story as Anita, and she stole the whole show. Her performance was electric. I loved her. She was my immediate takeaway from that movie. She was the star. I loved it. And so I think she will win. All these other actresses did such great work, but I think it's Ariana DeBose who's going to take the cake here. She was stunning, and I'm so excited for her. I really hope she wins. Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that she'll take it. And now, Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
There's the whole
Rigmarole.
I really just came to see you.
Believe me, you do not want me to read this sober.
What little lady made these?
Actually, I did, sir. My mother was a florist, so I made them to look like the ones in our garden.
And now we have Best Actress Supporting Role, and as you can see, those actors are truly gifted. I really loved Kieran Hines in Belfast. He was awesome. Jesse Plemons in Power of the Dog, one of my favorite parts. But Cody Smith-McPhee, holy shit, he was so good in Power of the Dog. I loved him in that movie. I think he could take it. And I wouldn't be mad if he did. J.K. Simmons, I don't think he's in the running. He was good in the movie, but he did not play Fred or I'm forgetting his actual name. The actor who played Fred in I Love Lucy. He wasn't him, so I don't think he's in it. But I think Troy Kotsur should win. He was awesome in Coda. I believe he's the first deaf actor to be nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. And he was awesome in Coda. He brought so much emotion. He was funny in it. I just loved his performance. And like I said, Cody Smith-McPhee, he was incredible. I think it's between these two, easily. One of them's going to take it. I will be surprised if they don't. But I think Troy Kotsur will win. He was awesome, and he made me want to cry. He was just such a loving dad, but also struggled so much, and his relationship with his daughter was so heartwarming and interesting in the movie. I thought he delivered such a great performance. Especially, like, he's deaf. All these other actors can hear. He couldn't, and he still delivered a performance that's arguably better than them, which I'm so happy that he's nominated for this, and I really hope he wins. Coda also, great movie. Now we got Best Actress in a Leading Role. This category is a little interesting this year, so let's check it out.
You can't believe everything that you read in the newspapers.
Felt like I'd been trying not to explode, and then I exploded.
Todo va a salir bien, ya verás.
This is my lipstick.
It seems there's something just me.
This is an interesting category for me. Normally the Best Actress is a really tight competition. You can't tell who's going to win. This time I can't tell who's going to win just because I think it's an exceptionally weak category this year. There's no clear frontrunner to me. And I don't know. A lot of these performances were very good, but also not to the caliber I expect from a Best Actress nominee. I don't think Kristen Stewart's going to win. She has not been in talks for any of the other award shows or any of the other awards ceremonies throughout. And it was a surprise that she was even nominated here. I don't think she's going to win. Her Diana was good, but I don't think she was Diana. Like, look at The Crown, how they portrayed Diana compared to Kristen Stewart. I don't think she got it. Penelope Cruz, I haven't seen Parallel Mothers. I've heard she's very good. Same with Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter. Olivia Colman's there at the Academy like every year. She's nominated for Best Actress every year. They just love her. So she could win. I wouldn't be surprised if she does. Nicole Kidman, though, she won at the Golden Globes, and I know they weren't televised this year because of a whole slew of issues with the Golden Globes. She won there. I didn't think her performance was very good, but she could win here. I think the only proper person to win, though, is Jessica Chastain. I loved her performance in Tammy Faye, even though I don't think it's the strongest thing. It's just stronger than these other ones. And I think she will win. She's been kind of the front runner for a while and won a bunch of other award shows too, such as the Screen Actors Guild. She won there. And I think she could take it here. I think this is her year. I'm not sure though, because it's such a weird lineup of Best Actresses. Let's move on to a category I'm more sure about. Best actor in a leading role. I'm excited for this one.
He doesn't mean anything, you see.
You're gonna want to keep your distance and just off the horse.
I just spent the last 8 years killing myself on a musical that's never gonna happen.
You're gonna be the greatest of all time.
Full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
This category, it is stacked. Like, these are some huge names all competing against each other. It's incredible. I think what I can easily rule out is Javier Bardem. He was the best part of being Ricardo's acting-wise. He was awesome as Ricky Ricardo. And Desi Arnaz, I should say before. I'm so used. I Love Lucy, so my mind goes right to that. I think Denzel Washington was very strong in Tragedy of Macbeth, and Benedict Cumberbatch was awesome in Power of the Dog. But this competition is easily between Andrew Garfield and Will Smith. I said that backwards. I think those both should win. Will Smith was awesome in King Richard. I came out of it sure he was going to win Best Actor. Like, it's his career best, plus it's his time. He's been nominated and hasn't won for how many years, and I think he should have won for Pursuit of Happiness, but he didn't. I think it's his time. And then I saw Tick, Tick, Boom, and Andrew Garfield blew me away. He was amazing as Jonathan Larson in that movie. One of the best performances I've seen. I rewatched that. He is stunning. He sings, he dances, he has so much energy in the role. He becomes Jonathan Larson, and it's the best thing I've ever seen Andrew Garfield in. And I love him as Spider-Man. But no, Tick, Tick, Boom blew me away. I think he could win it. But it's going to go to Will Smith. It's his year. It's his time. Like, at some point, the Academy, it's like when Leonardo DiCaprio won. They're going to say, okay, this it's his time. We've snubbed him how many times? It's Will Smith's time to get this award. Andrew Garfield, he could be the upset, and I wouldn't be mad if he is, because I would be so excited. But I think it's going to go to Will Smith. It's definitely between these two, because they were amazing this year. They had a great year. But it's definitely them. Let's head over to the Screenplay Awards. I think for this one, I think Dune was an incredible screenplay. Do I think it's going to win? No, but I think it should. It was an excellent adaptation of such a dense book. I think they did such a good job with it. However, The Power of the Dog is going to win. It's a great screenplay, I will admit, and it's definitely the front runner. Original screenplay, I'm going to have an unpopular opinion. I think Don't Look Up should win. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I love how it challenges us to think about society and some of the issues we're facing that we don't normally always think about, like climate change. There's an excellent metaphor for climate change and how people respond to it, and use satire so well. I think Belfast also should win. That was an awesome screenplay. There's also some other great screenplays. I think these two were my favorite, though. And I think Belfast will take it. However, don't be surprised if you see Licorice Pizza or King Richard or even Worst Person in the World. I was surprised to see it there, and I'm glad it is. I've heard great things about it, and I need to go watch it. Directing. I was very mad to see Denis Villeneuve was snubbed and was not nominated here. Very interested to see that Drive My Car, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was nominated for directing that. However, I think Steven Spielberg, he should win. His direction in West Side Story was some of the best we've seen from him since the 80s, since the 90s. Like, this was top-tier Spielberg. But I think it's going to go to Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. She's been the front runner. She's definitely did a great job with it. And I think Spielberg, he has a better chance of winning when he directs The Fabelmans, the movie kind of about his own childhood, next year. So he's going to be back. But West Side Story was so good, so it's... Power of the Dog's going to win, though. It's going to win, unfortunately. International feature film, this is easy. I haven't seen any of these, but it's going to be Drive My Car because it's nominated for Best Picture. That just makes it very clear who's going to win. Animated feature film, I think Encanto should win, and I think it will win. I love The Mitchells vs. the Machines. I loved Raya and the Last Dragon. I loved Luca, but I think Encanto's going to take it. It was such a good story with great messages and some great music and animation. And now, let's get into the Best Picture award. The biggest award of the night, the last one. I have this little reel of some of the best movies this year, so let's check that out.
My planet is so beautiful when the sun is low.
We really did have everything, didn't we?
What do you want?
I want my family with me. I want you. A great man doesn't seek to lead. Touch my family and I'll kill you. He's called to you.
There are plenty of pretty voices with nothing to say.
What will you do?
Everything is theoretically impossible until it's done. And with that, we are go for launch.
And here we are, the Best Picture. Who's gonna take it? This is a very strong category for me. I love so many of these, but I don't think a lot are gonna win. Like, for example, I love Dune. Is it gonna win? Unfortunately not. Like I said, it's gonna sweep the technical awards. But it's a part one, and it's probably not the strongest or most popular nominee in this list. I think when Dune part two comes out, it has a way better chance of winning. West Side Story also, I loved that movie. I don't know if it's going to win because it's a remake. It won before in the 60s. And there's just other stronger films. Don't Look Up won't win. Only half the people who saw it liked it. And there's a lot of other safe bets. The clear front runner is Power of the Dog. However, I don't like that one. I wish it was something else. I think Belfast should win. Belfast was a stunning movie. I came out of it. I loved it. It just hit me emotionally. It was a sweet story with also really prominent political events from Ireland in the 60s, I want to say. Dealt with those issues and just a great effort, a filmmaking effort from Kenneth Branagh. It was an excellent film and reflection on his childhood and creativity and family and what brought him to be the person he is today. I also really loved Coda. Coda was one of those movies. It's a safe bet for the Academy, but it's so good. It's just one of those movies that's so heartwarming. I loved it. Everyone I show it loves it. It was stunning. It was awesome. It hits emotionally. It was just so well done. I think The Power of the Dog will take it, though. It's the clear front runner. Now, recently there's been talk, and there's a new movie that's getting all the momentum going into this week, and that's what's really exciting to me. Coda could also take it, and I think, based on this popularity, it could, and it could be the upset for Power of the Dog. I think. I don't know. It's a very tight competition, but I think it's going to be between Coda or Power of the Dog, so watch for those two movies this week, and if you have not seen them, check them out. Now, one thing I quickly wanted to explain, the Academy, it votes on a ranked system, so every vote is just a ranking of these movies, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that's ranked the least once they add it all up, so in the 10th spot, so say like Don't Look Up is in the 10th spot, they'd remove that and put all those votes, take all those people who voted for Don't Look Up as number 1, they'd take their second choices and redistribute those votes. So that's how it's voted on, and that's how Power of the Dog could win, because not everyone loves Power of the Dog, but a lot of people recognize it's a great movie, so it's going to be a lot of 1, 2, and 3. We'll see what happens, though. I just wanted to put my ranked list up. So I'd put Dune as number 1, West Side Story number 2, Belfast number 3, and Coda as number 4. I'd put Don't Look Up as number 5, King Richard as number 6, Nightmare Alley as number 7, Licorice Pizza as number 8, Power of the Dog is number 9, and I can't place Drive My Car because I have not seen it. I'm hoping to see it before the Oscars. Anyways, thank you for watching this with me, going through my thoughts on what's going to happen this Sunday. Make sure to tune into the Oscars this Sunday night. It's a great time to celebrate movies, get together with some family, friends, just talk about your favorite movies of the year. Even if you don't see yours here, they're doing that fan favorite thing. I think Spider-Man's going to win that, even though it's not really one of the awards. I'm just ready to enjoy the Oscars, celebrate some movies, and get to rewatch and re-experience these with people that I love. And I really hope it gets more people to go watch these phenomenal movies. So thank you for watching with me. If you haven't seen any of these movies, go see them. I highly recommend them. And sorry this was so long, but I think it's worth it. The Oscars are one of my favorite nights of the year, and this should be a great year again.